Hey guys, today I'm here with a Tiffany's Tell All video, and today's topic is actually a question I got, or a couple of questions I got from one single person, and I can't seem to find it on my phone. I think I took the picture and put it on my computer, so if I can find that I'll put it right here. But basically it was in regards to, did I ever finish high school after I had Michaela because I had her so young? Do I plan on going to university? Did I go to university or college? And yeah, so to answer the first question, I did end up going back to school after I had Michaela. So the way it worked was I had her in November, and I started, because school starts in September, I started online classes for that year, or that half a year. And then I went back for the next half, so I was able to finish all of my credits in school. So I actually did go back to high school, and I was the oldest one there, but I actually liked it. I was there for a purpose. I was there to get my high school diploma and be done with it. So the reason why I didn't finish completely online was because I found that certain subjects were easier online and certain subjects would be easier in school. So for example, I was a math and science student. I loved those courses, and I did really well in them. Online, I was able to do it online no problem. However, English class was a little bit more difficult for me. I hated English growing up, and I preferred to be in a classroom setting for that course. So like Shakespeare, it's easier to talk amongst a classroom of people than trying to sit down and figure it out by yourself at home. So yes, I did finish high school. I got my diploma. I believe Michaela was like 8 months or something by the time I got it fully, but I did. So originally, before I had Michaela or became pregnant with Michaela, my original plan was to obviously finish high school and then move on to university. I wanted to become an architectural engineer. I did all my courses throughout high school to prepare me for university. I did a lot of tech courses, wood shop, and then of course my science and my math. And I decided after I had Michaela that that wasn't the route I wanted to take. I still had wished I would do that one day. However, I knew it wasn't feasible to go to university for 8 years and go to a city environment that is 3 hours from here while having a child young. And also I had found out about her disorder at that point. So I decided I didn't want to go that route, and I more wanted to work in a way that I could be with Michaela all the time. So I decided I was going to go for an ECE, which is an early childhood educator, kind of like an educational assistant, and then also go for my DSW, which is a developmental support worker. So combining the two, I was hoping to open up a daycare in our local area, because there is nothing around here, for children with disabilities. I could have Michaela there full time, and I could run my own business and that type of thing. So I did end up going to college for ECE. However, when I got into the program, the college I went to was horrible. They just were so disorganized, and I felt like I was the adult and they were the children, because it was so disorganized. We never got like a full plan of what was going on. Like, we didn't know when tests were. They just would like pop up out of nowhere when our assignments were due. The teachers were very unprofessional. I didn't like the environment. And it's funny because my friend Amber, as well as another person that I went to high school with, we all ended up enrolling in the same course at the same time. So we were able to have friends that we already knew, which was a pretty good environment considering it was a year later versus what our grade would be going into. So it was one of those things where it was worth it for me to leave the program. So I was able to opt out before the deadline of getting your money back, And I also had a letter from SickKids saying that at that time Michaela was going to need her G-tube because she was going through that phase at that time. So if there was any issues, I could fall back on Michaela's disorder to get out of the program, because I was going through that. It was a difficult time for me and I just needed out of that program. That's kind of what happened with my college. I ended up not going, and then from there on out I didn't know what I wanted. I found out that I didn't really want to become an ECE or DSW, and there was just nothing that I felt was interesting enough for me to go through for as a full-time job. I knew at that point I would have to be a stay-at-home mom for Michaela. She would need my full-time care. So that's what we decided on doing. Just a little backstory. Kyle, when I first found out I was pregnant, went to college for his PSW, which is personal support worker, and he's been in his field for the last 6 or 7 years. Actually, would be going on 8 years. So he has been in that field since Michaela was born, and he plans on doing that for a little while. However, he would like to go back to school one day, eventually, for something else. However, he doesn't know really what he wants yet. So he is going to stick it out in the PSW field. As for me right now, I don't have any plans of going back to college or university. Still, I don't know what I want. There's a lot of things that I would like to do. However, they're just not practical, and they're just something that I don't see myself doing on a daily basis. So when I heard about YouTube and I started becoming into the community of YouTube, I learned that you could make money, and I very slowly, gradually built my channel by myself. I've always done it by myself. I've never had any outside partners or asked for people to promote my channel or share my channel. I did everything myself, with just literally posting videos on my channel and allowing people to find them. So for the first like 4 years, I didn't make any money off of YouTube, and it's just gradually grown over the 4 or 5 years. And then all of a sudden it blew up out of nowhere. So luckily this becomes some sort of income for our family, because we have always done a one income family, and it's not easy, but it's feasible, and it's not like I have to have a job to fall back on the way we do things. So yes, it's nice having a little bit of extra money coming in, but it's not something I'm gonna rely on. So I think that's all. I'm not sure what else to say about that, other than I don't really know what I want. I've had people say you should become a nurse or something to do with the medical field. However, I wouldn't want to go to work and be a nurse and then come home and being a nurse or a PSW or a physiotherapist or whatever at home. So I think obviously a nurse in the future, when Michaela passes, would be something to consider, because I already know a lot of the field. However, I don't see myself wanting to do that. When it comes to your own child, it's a lot different. When I try and picture myself looking after someone else's child, it's just much different. So that's all I have for you today. It was a great question. I haven't had anyone ask that before, so I thought I would answer it for you guys. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that notification button to get my videos as soon as they come out, and I will talk to you next time. Bye guys.